All right, welcome to That Synth Show Episode 15. We had a crazy week so far. MOOG is sold to InMusic. Let the synth wars begin. We're going to talk about it. And Behringer coming with another late week drop of the Behringer Kobol, the epic European Minimoog. So let's get going with That Synth Show. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a crazy week. I think we got some stuff to talk about, but before we get into the synth wars, let's have a quick look at at what we got dropping from Behringer this week, because it's been pretty cool. We had Behringer coming in hot with the Behringer Kobol. All right, this is the clone, another clone, and if you've noticed, Behringer has done a wild thing with their techniques. They got it locked down now. They got the casings built as they're doing it kind of old school style, like car form. So they got the Poly D, the Mono Poly, they got the SH1, whatever clone name they got coming out for that. And now they got the Kobol, all coming in that beautiful, beautiful Minimoog form factor. So quick look at what it looks like here. It's beautiful. For you guys that don't know, the Kobol is an epic old school, they call it the European Minimoog, I think is what they called it. That's what we're going to call it right now. So it's good news for everybody. Let's have a quick look. Behringer says the Kobol synthesizer is in and ready to go for production. So addictive you won't want to put it down. Well, guess what? I won't be picking it up because that thing's way too heavy to pick up. That's made of solid wood or pressed cardboard because they make it in China. So who knows what it's made of? It might be made of old Christmas toys that never got sold to all of us over here when we were children. All right, so we got a full patch memory. Amazing morphing features. Patch memory, I was talking about a guy today. Patch memory is amazing. We were kind of debating about the matriarch and, should it have had a patch memory, shouldn't it have? I think it should, but the more I thought about it, I was like, it's kind of helps you be creative when you got to make up your own stuff and save your patches. So who knows? Here we go. All right, what do we got? The replica project putting together French developer Gilles. Today they gave an update. We got getting a closer look towards the Polykobol, which we'll look at later. We got a couple videos about that. One's a mono synth, one's a poly synth, and I'm guessing this one right here, they're actually going to turn that into a paraphonic synth like the Poly D. Why not? Why wouldn't they do that? Here's a quick look at what it looks like. Got the pop-up lid, which we all love. All right. RSF was a French company founded by Ruben Serge Fernandez. The Kobol was their first monophonic synthesizer released in 1978 and described as the French Minimoog. However, fewer than 200 were made. So that's cool. They're bringing back a synth. There's only 200 made. So say what you want about Behringer, but they're putting it out as per usual. Features a patch sequencer, morphing VEOs, sweepable waveforms, and a full memory recall. So that's cool. Sounds cool to me. Who used it? The RSF Kobol is made and used by Vince Clarke, Vangelis, Jean-Michel Jarre, Depeche Mode, Peter Gabriel, and Hans Zimmer. So there we go. It's a synth, and will I get it? They're probably going to put it out for $4.99. Come on. I'll just get what do you go? Do Grubhub for a month, and then you got it. So if you're into doing Grubhub, or you can just go deliver pizzas old school. All right, so that's it. That's a quick look at it. It looks awesome. It's got these big fat knobs. Looking super sweet. So that's the Behringer Kobol. Just wanted to bring you the hot news right off the plate because, that's what we're looking at here. Now, the other thing we got to talk about is these synth wars we got going on, The synth wars. We got Focusrite. We got Music Tribe, we got InMusic, we got them all coming together now and just sucking up all these companies. And the latest fish to get devoured by the shark is MOOG. So we don't know what's it going to be like. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? I don't know. So let's look at Focusrite first, see what they got hooked up. Now for people who are new to synths, maybe we all know something about it, maybe we all don't, but we're all learning. We're all synth samurais trying to figure it out as we go. Lifelong learning. So I'm learning a lot just by finding about this merger or acquisition, should we say. So we got the companies under here, but the ones we really care about right there is Novation. So Novation, two most famous synths right now is the Peak and the Summit. Both epic synthesizers, amazing, and you can't complain about that. You know, Novation also got a lot of groove boxes and controllers and stuff, so that's cool. They just snapped up Sequential, as we know. Sequential's got a lot of synths, right? Sequential's got all these Prophet 5, Take 5, Trigon, Prophet 10, modules, Take 5. But the big one, where's the big one? The Take 5 was the first synth that they came out with after the merger, acquisition by Focusrite. And it brought the Dave Smith synthesizers kind of at a semi-affordable rate to get in people's hands. And I think people love this synth. And then they came up with the Trigon 6, which was one of Dave's pet projects that also sounds awesome, but looks cool. But Take 5 seems to be doing very well. So can we expect something like that from Moog? Can we expect the Matriarch? Can we pimp out the Matriarch and expect that thing to really get spruced up a bit? We'll see, because that seems to be the best casing for that right now, right? So what else they got? Oberheim got acquired. They just came out with a couple synthesizers, $5,000, $6,000, or whatever it costs, $499. You know. So I won't be getting that. You might be getting it, but I won't be getting it. I cannot afford it. I could afford it, but my wife would be like, "What? I thought you wanted to get a snowmobile," and I'd be like, I can't. You know, I can play this all the time. I can only ride the snowmobile in the winter. All right, so that's what we got there. The rest of them down here, they got a bunch of companies. I don't know a lot about all these. Maybe you do. Throw something down in the comments, right? So that's Focusrite. Then we go over to InMusic, the company that just bought Moog. So, as you know, they have the Akai, you know, the box that just came with that red thing. Pop, pop, pop. Lots of pads. A lot of hip-hop people like it, sampling beats and stuff. Alesis. They bought Alesis and kind of, where did Alesis go? They used to have tons of like effects, what do you call them? Effects modules and stuff. And they had this cool little drum machine that I use in all my music. If you want to go watch some YouTube videos, check them out. They're in there. It was like a drum machine called the SR16, costs $100, and it's epic. Just gave it to one of my best buddies, Mike Valley, in Vietnam. So hopefully he'll be making some music with that soon. But, you know, they dropped the Andromedon, which people are freaking about, you know. Alto Professional, Arcus, BFD, Denon. So I don't know a lot about all these companies. Maybe you do. Headrush, M Audio, right? M Audio is a great company, and they haven't done too much since they acquired it. So is that going to happen to Moog? I don't know. Next up on the list is everybody's favorite, Music Tribe, which a little birdie said that Music Tribe might be buying InMusic. That would be big, so we'll see. But right here they got Behringer, TC Electronics, TC Helicon, Aston Microphones, you know, Clark Technic. But the big one under that brand for me is Behringer, because they're coming out with lots of stuff. So are they going to acquire it? Can you imagine if Behringer's parent company acquires the Moog Music Inc.? That would be, I think people's heads would explode. Aliens would come down and probably land, and then the aliens would acquire all that technology and take it back and bring it back to space for us wasting our resources and giving everything to big corporations. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But so that's the companies. That's the big three, right? So I don't know what people think. Put it in the comments. What do people think about this kind of stuff? Right? And then the other big one I want to talk about real quick is Roland. So Roland's a big Japanese company. I call them the kingdom of plastic. You know, all they make is plastic synthesizers, really, except for the Juno-x and Jupiter-X. But I like Roland. It's cool. They own Boss. They got the RC505, that looping machine that Mark Riblet uses all the time. They got a couple other companies under their banner, you know. Don't know too much about these. Maybe you guys do. But the big two, Boss and Roland. So that's that. I mean, what's going to happen with these companies? I don't know. But I'm excited for a few things that might pop up in the next year or two. And one is $1,500 Matriarch-esque synthesizer with a patch bank or built-in patches, kind of like the subsequent 37, and something like that along those lines would be great. With do something cool, get a cool color, you know, that'd be cool. So I'm into that. So we'll see what happens in the synth wars. They're heating up, and it's not going to stop, because if Music Tribe purchases InMusic, woo, it's going to be something crazy. All right, so that's where we are with that, you know. Quick look through the Moog synthesizers over the years. We got the Model D, the Minimoog Model D, reissue, the Theremin, which is cool, the Mavis, Model 10, Minimoog Mark, a lot of VSTs, they came out, you know, cheaper, and the DFAMs, the subharmonicons, you know, all that kind of stuff. Sequential, we just went through the epic synths they got. They look amazing. Sequential synths look amazing, let's be honest. And then we got Arturia. So there's a couple brands that are left that haven't sold out yet. We're at the 10-minute mark. We're going to do this one for 15 minutes, all right? Because this is a big topic, so we're going for 15. So stick with us. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're kind of into what I'm doing. If you're not, that's cool too. Just stick around. Take off. It don't matter. It's all good. So Arturia, probably my favorite company right now. Still free. Not sucked up by the shark. They got the Poly Brute, the Matrix Brute. They got the Drum Brute. They've got the Micro Freaks, the Mini Brutes, you know, they got tons of wicked synths, right? So they're awesome. Another cool company is Teenage Engineering. If this is another company that you might have to remortgage your cottage around the lake if you want to get this microphone and that there, but they got some style. Their stuff is beautiful. It looks epic. Their website's clean as heck, you know, clean as heck. All right, you got Elektron, which I don't know much about their gear, and then you got Dreadbox, which I love. So these are the companies that are left: Dreadbox, Arturia, Elektron, a couple other smaller companies. But this is cool, you know. This is where we're at with all this stuff now, you know. So before, let's check out the Kobol. Let's check out the Kobol and see what it sounds like. All right, here it is, right here.
France, RSF Kobol keyboard. Built by the brothers Ruben and Serge Fernandez in Toulouse.
Telecom Electronics.
And 82.
Down in the links.
And it's a very rare synthesizer because there was only 200 built and maybe only 50 left in the world today, maybe less.
250 in the world.
Lots of nice features like programmability, because that was very rare back in the days for monophonic synthesizers. And it has a nice big knob so you see whatever you do all the time. It has a very nice wooden finish, because back in the days they used to build very nice wooden stuff with real wood, not fake wood. Forked.
I mean, can we expect real wood? We can probably expect fake wood.
Wave keyboard, lots of controls, and a very strange sequencer, where it's actually not sequencing notes, it sequences through the presets. And it's a great...
Sequences through the presets. That's interesting. Don't really understand, but...
It's in for many great bass sounds, lead sounds, everything you want to do with it. The RSF Kobol features 2 VCOs, and the cool thing about the VCO is that the waveform...
Look at this cat setup. Holy guacamole. Is that not epic? All right, so...
continuously available.
All right, ET phone home. That's amazing. Those fat knobs, I think, is awesome. So will I get one of these? I'm going to say yes now, but we never know how the future goes. Because every time Behringer comes out with a synth, I'm like, ugh, I'll get that one. And then they come out with another, I'm like, oh, I'll get that one. I never get any. All right, so I'm going to put him down the links, Telecom Electronics, and you can go check out the rest of that if you want. It looks awesome. Check out this guy real quick, 24 seconds. All right, Grawl Oliver. Check him out too. Olivier. Gros Olivier. Sounds French. So it kind of looks like the same studio. Got the same setup in the background there. So maybe it's the same guy. All right, cool. So check that out if you want. 24 seconds. And then this is the one I'm excited about real quick here. We got 30 seconds, baby. Let's go. We got the Polykobol. This is the one I was excited about. Look at that thing. Looks like it's got a tape deck in there too. All right, I'll throw that down in the comments too. You know, you can check that out. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. It's heating up. I love the Synth Wars personally. I'm having a great time. It's a beautiful thing. I love when things change and innovation. People get excited and upset, but I love it. I love the change. I love the innovation. I love what can come of it. And it's going to be an interesting year here we got going now. So thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you again soon. That Synth Show, baby. Episode 15. Hope you enjoyed it.